Hey everybody, Bill here. So I'm back. Today, I think we're going to be working on the truck. So I was sitting here yesterday. A friend of mine showed up. He wants me to do some work on his truck, and we were talking. And he anyway, I was talking about, I pulled the steering column. When I changed the steering column in my truck, I had this, had a tach. It was just like an old, it was new. It wasn't old, but it was like, it looked like the old Sun Super Tach, but it was like one of the knockoffs that is nothing, you know, it's just a generic tach. And I had it on my column, and it was great right there. I loved where it was. Well, when I put the steering column in, the tilt column, well, I couldn't use it there. And I've been really hesitant. The only place to mount it is up on the dash, up on top of the dash, like old school hot rod. And I was really hesitant about putting it up there. And so anyway, this friend of mine showed up, and he had a moon eyes tack in his hand. He said, "Here, take this. If you want this, you can have it," you know. And I'm like, well, that's pretty cool, you know. So I took it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and just bite the bullet. I've been hesitant about drilling into the top of my dash, but I like this tack so much, I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in, install it. I have to make sure it works. He said he thinks it works, but he's not 100% sure. So I got to hook it up first, make sure it works. Then I think we're going to go ahead and just drill some holes in the dash and mount it. So if you want to stick around and watch me drill holes in my dash, come on along. Oh, by the way, like, subscribe, thumbs up if you like this video. I still got the Suzuki back over there. I got some motor parts ordered for it. I'm just waiting for those to come in. So yeah, we'll get back on that as soon as I get everything I needed. Anyway, we'll get back to that another day. So I'll show you what I've got here. So let me get you turned around. Here's what I got. This is the one that was in it, which is it's a nice tack. It's I mean, I don't have anything against it, but I like this one a lot better. So I think this is what's going in there. The problem is, this is made for a steering column mount, and I don't have the flat mount. I've got a flat mount on this one, so I'll probably have to take this back off of it and put it on here. The hole for this one here is a lot bigger, so I'll just drill that out. And we'll get over there. Let's get over there and see if this tack even works. So, well, there's my Suzuki piston that came out of it. Yeah, she's a little bit scored up. So I'm thinking piston rings, bore. So that's another day. All right, let's do this. Okay, here we are under the hood. I want to test this first before I even bother mounting it. So on this truck, it's got an HEI in it, high energy ignition. So it's really easy to plug the tach in. And the guy that had it, he's got all the wires labeled here, so that makes it easy. So on the HEI, there's actually a pin right there in the top. There's a pin, a spade connector underneath that where you plug your tach wire into. And then it's just plus and negative to the battery, and you just start your engine, and if it works, it works. So we'll get you set up here and let you watch me plug this thing in. Okay, so according to the wires, the green one is my tach wire right there, just like that. Okay, she's plugged in. And we'll come over here, go across this way, go across here. Tach right here. So we'll cut these guys off, or I'll just find some alligator clips, I guess, or something that I can just clip onto here. It's temporary, just to make sure the battery it's going to work. Then I'll start it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so got a couple of alligator clips I found laying over there in my box, and I'm going to take the red one right here, and just clip it to my battery. See if I can get it clipped on there, just like that. The black one, which is my ground, it'll clip on the other side. If I can get it clipped on there. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to leave that right there, and we'll go start the truck and see if the tach works. Well, looks like we've got a working tach. So, I guess we move on from here. Okay, so what I have to do, you've got these two mounts. I don't know, can you see that there? Yeah. These two mounts, they just attach to the back of this with one screw. It's like this one here, or one nut. Just screws in here, like so. And then that'll pull off of there, and so you can change these out.
So what I'm gonna take this one off of here because like I said earlier, it's flat and it'll set on my dash better. I can just put a couple of screws in it and be good to go. I'll have to put another hole for the wires to go down through like that. Or actually on this one here, but this hole is smaller than this hole. This hole in this one's smaller than this one. So I'm going to pull this one off of here. It should fit. And I'm going to drill that hole out right there to make this nut right here fit in there, fit in this. It won't be chrome, it'll be black, but that's okay. I think it still looks good. So we'll get this off. Get this off right here. Okay, so I'm going to just use one of these guys, and I'm going to take it all the way down to the, what was that, 13/16 mark, which is the second to the bottom one. Okay, this is what I've done. So I just put tape around here. That way I can just put it here in the vise. Clamp it down. So I really don't want to scratch this if I can keep from it. And got the old step bit on here. All right. Let's see how that fits. Well, let's see. Perfect. Yep, this is, there's our mount right there. So, there you have it. All right, so we got this guy. Let's take the tape off of here first. Okay. There it is. So let's take it over and set it on the dash and figure out where we want to put it. Okay, so here we are in the truck. So where I had the tach before, I had it up here on the steering column, which I liked it there. But since I put the tilt column in, that's not gonna work. You know, and I've looked all over. I could put it, you know, I could put it under the dash. You know, I could put it under the dash, but I don't really want it hanging down there. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, that would definitely certainly be easier that way. Let's see, we do this, we turn that around. Would certainly be easier, but I'm not a fan. Just not a fan of that at all. So my thought is, So my thought is right there. Just like that. And I like that. So if you come up here, setting here, having that right there, you know, that would be, you know, when it's in gear, it's out of your way, or the shifter is not blocking it anyway. And I think that's just a kind of my opinion, it's just kind of a cool old school look. So I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, granted, I could find an original, or they make aftermarket, like in-dash tack that goes in here. I don't know. It's just not, it's not worth the money. To do that, to do the in-dash tack, to convert this over, we're probably, I'm guessing, $400 to $500. And that's just not worth it to me. It's just not. This here has the look I want. So this here is the way it's going to be. So, and you know, I could try to, yeah, this is what I'm going to go with right here. And I might have to pull the cluster out to get back up under there to run my wires, because I have air conditioning, the AC ducting in there that goes around. It's going to my heater up here, or my defroster, and it goes across over here. So that might be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's not like I haven't done it before. So, but anyway, let's get started on it here. Okay, got you under the dash here. So I need to drop the steering column down to get my panel out, or get it pulled back. So to do this, I got a couple of screws. Four bolts right here. And then there's two up in here. There's one here. That actually holds the column. Let's see, what size are those? Those can be kind of a pain sometimes. That's one reason I wasn't crazy about dropping the column, because they're a bit of a pain in the butt. You go to put it back. Okay, so the column is dropped. You see it fell down here. And we'll just leave it like that. You know, I got, looks like, what, 4, 5, 6 screws to hold the dash in. I might have to undo well, maybe I won't have to, because I'm just going to pull it out a little. I'm not taking it out, so just going to pull it out just a little bit here. Let's get our screwdriver here. I'll put you back up here. There we go. See how far this will come up here. Oh, I'm going to take my wiper switch and my light switch out. So I forgot about that. Then it should. So to get your light switch out, just in case, I'm sure everybody knows how to do that. What you got to do, you got to pull it. And you reach up under here, grab your switch, and there's a little button on the side of it, and that comes right out. My lights are still. Let me go, I'll go unhook my battery just in. All right, we're back. That's that. And my wipers. Oh, look at there. I never tightened my screw down on there. Huh. Oh well. Just made it. I knew I was going to have to get back in there, so that's why I didn't do it. All right. This one here is that one's a little tight. Let's see if I can find something to get in there. All right, so what I found some snap ring pliers. That should work. There we go. There we go. Now then, yeah, I'm gonna have to go under and undo my speedometer cable. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's that. All right, so that should be all I need right there to be able to go up under here and figure out. I might go ahead and pull that out because that's kind of right in my way. All right, yeah, I can get my hand under there just fine, and there's nothing behind it. So I'm going to get a Sharpie, mark my holes. Then we'll commence to drilling holes here. All right, well, I forgot to hit record. So what I ended up doing is I put a couple of self-tappers right there, and I still got to put a hole back there for my wire, for my wiring to go down in there. I ended up taking the whole dash out, which it wasn't a big deal. It was just a plug in my oil line. Popped my vent out right there, so it was easy to access. And I ended up using, I couldn't get a drill in there. So I went down to my local Napa and look and see what they had. And I found this little guy right here. It's just a Milwaukee right angle attachment. You know, and so you can put, you can put different bits in there. I think it was $26. So it actually worked pretty good. I just put a screwdriver bit on there and just a couple of, like I said, a couple of self tappers. So now what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to run a self-tapper in here. That'll get me my hole where I need it to be. And then I think I have enough room underneath here to get my drill and go up through the bottom. There's no way I'm going to get a drill in there to drill a hole big enough for my wires to go through. So, and there's nothing underneath it. So I think that'll work. And I'll put a grommet on it, make it look nice. So, all right, well, let's see if we can get you set up somewhere. And all right, let's see if we can get this guy out of here. We're gonna get that back out of there. So, show you how this guy works. It's pretty sweet. Oh, gotta go the right way. All right, so we got that out of there. I marked right here where I need another hole. And like I said, I think I'm gonna just find a self-tapper, like a little bigger self-tapper, and just put a hole in there. Then I'll just come from underneath that way and drill my hole to size. I'll have to go find a grommet, the right size, and then I can put my wire loom in. I can run my wires down through there. So, this is what I've got. I've got a little bit, 1/4 inch bit, and I've got a hex head self tapper. I'll put that on there. Ooh, I might have to have a shorter bolt screw than that. That's not going to give me much room. Hold on. All right, I found a shorter one. So what I'm going to just try and line that, get that right there. All right, so basically I've got a pilot hole right here now. That's for my wire loom. And I think I can go underneath here and start my bit from underneath. It's gonna be tricky, but I think I can do it. So, if not, I got 3 holes in my dash that are just there now. Okay, so I found a grommet, right there, and I measured the grommet, and I need a 9/16 hole. So I think I can get back up in here without causing too much damage, if any, hopefully none. This guy right here is kind of a strange looking contraption, but maybe it'll work. That's an old school. I've had this thing right here probably 25 years. I've hardly ever used it,
but maybe it'll finally come in handy for something. If I can get the bit started in there, we'll see. It's just gonna be a broke through. I just need to figure out where I need to stop at here. Oh, bit fell out. I'll go tighten this thing up. Take it slow. Take it slow, fat boy. All right, so that other deal wasn't working. That son of a bitch went right in the trash. I was done with it. I've never used it, and I probably never will again, so it's gone. So what I'm going to try a right angle die grinder with a burr on the end of it, and I think I can go through the top. And just work that hole until it gets to be the right size. That compressor will probably kick on, so sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about it. So. That's all the way through. Let's see if our grommet will fit that. Oh, okay. That's all I need to go. My grommet's right there. Sweet. All right. That was easy. All right, so in case you can't see that, to get you out of here, and we'll show you what we got going on here. So, right there, got my grommet in there. Got my 2 holes drilled. I guess all I got to do now is mount my tach, get it wired up, and put everything back together. So, good deal. All right, let's, I think I'll bring you back around to the other side here. All right. Where'd my tach go? Uh-oh. Lost my tach. So these tachs, there you can do 4, 6, or 8 cylinders. So just got to make sure we got it set on 8 cylinder. And I'll pull it out here like so. And I'll get that set right here and get some screws put in it.
So get this put in first. All right. This was awful close to that, so I didn't want that to cause me any problems. So. Pull that one back out. I didn't like the way that went in there. Let's grab another screw here. All right. Sweet. All right, let's see if we can fish our wires down through our grommet here. There it is. Yeah, I like that. Let's take you around and show you the back side of it, where it goes through the dash here. So there we've got, that's where it goes through. Backside, I mean, it's all right. It's all right. I've got not quite, I can't quite get my finger through the windshield, but I think she'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. And I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like it. Kind of like it. I kind of got the little moon eyes thing going on with the truck anyway, and you know, I kind of got the little guys here. I mean, some people might think it's a little tacky, but I don't. I think it's cool. Yeah. So, all right, we'll get this thing wired up and get it all put back together. All right, I went through the firewall, right? There was a little hole back there, and I don't know if that was what that was ever used for. It looked like it was a factory hole, though. I don't know. I might have went through there last time when I had the other tack in it. I can't remember. But I put a little grommet in there, right in there. Come through with my wire. I'm going to put an end on there, and I'm just going to plug it in right here. I might go ahead and run my wire and loop it down around under the other and just leave it long. I don't know. I'm not going to cut it off. I'll just leave it long. I'll pull it through if I don't like it hanging out there, but I'd rather have too much wire than not enough. And what I'm going to use is just a little female connector. I don't know if you can see that or not. So and it'll just plug right into the bottom of the tach port on the I can figure out what I did with my freaking crimpers. What did I do with them? You guys probably saw me laying down. I found them right where I left them. Just like that. All right, that's our trigger wire for our tach. All right, so I need a hot, ground, and my lights. So let's head back inside and we'll figure it out. Here. So I need to find a hot terminal on my fuse box. And I think last time I used this guy right here. And that is hot right now. Well, or is it? Oh, it says 10.6. That's brown. Yeah, okay, that's 12 volts right there. So what I'm going to do, I am going to put a fuse in line here, little fuse holder. I was online, and I guess they recommend a 4 amp fuse for these, but I don't have any 4 amp fuses. I had a 5, so a 5 it is. So I'll just put my spade connector right here on this end of it. This guy right here. Right there. I'm going to give him a little crimp. The other end is going to hook. This is my power wire right here. So I'm just going to crimp that one together. Put me a connector right there. Right, this power, that's my power right there. Alright, so we got that right there, got that crimped, got my connector here. I'm going to go over the top of my harness here, down around, and I will plug that in later. I don't need to plug it in right now. Now I need a ground. And there's my ground right here. Let me figure out where I want to ground it to. All right, so we've got it wired up. I'll show you what I did. So you saw out under the hood. So this red one right here is going down and it's plugging in right. Let's see if you can see it here. Right there. There's. I happen to have a spot right there for it. Let's see if we can see that here. Right, where are we at here? Right there, plugged in right there, and there's a 5 amp fuse in there. My lights, this is my, let's see, my lights are plugged in right up there, that white one right there with the pink connector. Those are lights, so those come on when my lights come on. And I come up here, and I just put a ground right in there. So we should be good to go. I can't start it right now because I don't have my dash in it and have an open oil line, blow oil all over my floor. So that's probably not a good thing. So I'll get the dash put back in it, get the steering column all buttoned back up, and we'll start it and call it a day. So hang on. Well, there you have it. Tach is installed. It's working. I'm pretty happy with. In fact, I'm very happy with it. It was exactly what I wanted. And there's probably some people out there that probably thought I was nuts for doing it, but it's my truck. So, pretty happy. So I haven't done the exhaust yet. I'm still the C notch. I'm still up in the air about the C notch. Yeah, the exhaust is going to get done. I did get me some shorty headers for it, so that was one more piece of the puzzle that I needed. So as you can see there, Hedman, you know, they're the mid-length headers, so that's going to give me some ground clearance. I'm gonna probably I was gonna build me a transmission cross member, because I want one that's for that I can tuck the exhaust up in. And you know, they make that, what is it, Dirty Dingo, I think, makes one. And I'm sure it's a good unit, but it's, you know, upwards of $200. And I'm like, F that, you know, I mean, maybe I'll build me one. Then I was on Amazon poking around the other day, and I found a knockoff. I mean, it's a Chinese knockoff. Believe me, I'm not crazy about buying China stuff, but you know, it's less than $100. It's like $69. And I'm thinking, you know what? It's just a piece of bent tube that's welded. Well, has ends welded on it, you know? Even if the welds are crappy, I'll re-weld it. I mean, I can do a lot of re-welding for, you know, what is it, $80, $90. So I just don't see it. I just don't see the difference in the quality. You know, maybe when I order it, or if I order it, or when I order it, I get it and it's like exhaust pipe thin, then I'll say, oh well, it'll go back. It'll you know, Amazon's got returns, free returns. So anyway, that's probably what I'm going to do. I need to get all my parts for the exhaust before I do it.
And I've got everything but the cross member right now. So anyway, I'm going to get back on the Suzuki as soon as I had to order a piston for it. I didn't think that I was going to have to do a piston because it ran so good, but yeah, I'm going to have to do a piston. I gotta pull the engine out of it, split the cases, and put seals in it. That's where all my smoke's coming from on that. So that's probably going to be coming up real fast. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that stuff, and maybe my channel will grow a little bit more. I think I'm up to about 90 subscribers right now, which I'm okay. I'm good with that, because I'm surprised I had 10. So anyway, like I said, I got other stuff coming up, and so I guess that's about all I got today. So I guess I will see you next time. See ya.